All right, now we're doing lead. Lead for nitride.
Yeah.
Lead 4 cross with nitride. And this is off the front chart on the study guide. All right. So the charge of this lead is just 4. That's what the Roman numeral tells you. Nitride is just nitrogen. IDE, that's just nitrogen. It's not. This is an easy one actually. The charge of nitrogen, it's in group 15 or 5. It's just 3 minus or minus 3. That is that. And you're almost done. All you have to do now is just cross it. So take the number, cross it down. Take the number, cross it down. That's P, B, 3, N, 4. That's a good one. I'm glad we did that.
That's it?
That's it.
So you want to, how would you simplify?
Simplify what?
There's nothing to simplify. That's as simple as it gets. I feel like she's... Lila.
What's the chemical compound for cyanide?
Cyanide, it's a polyatomic ion. It's Cn minus. Okay. Victor.
What is
I kind of got nitride and nitrite mixed up in my mind.
ITE and IDE?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to mix them up. ITE is NO2 minus. IDE is just nitrogen. Okay. Denise.
Okay, for zinc and oxide. Zinc oxide is
You want me to just do that one? Should I just do it? Okay. Zinc oxide. This is again on the front on that chart. Zinc and oxide. And then Lila, I'll take yours next, okay? What? Okay, so oxygen is always 2 minus. Zinc is a transition metal, so you might not, and they don't tell you what it is. So let's see here.
Wait, wouldn't you assume that it's 1 since it has no charge inside it? Like gallium stuff.
Okay, what I would do, there's 2 ways you can go about this. First off, you got to look at, they gave you the example, ZnCl, right?
Yeah.
They give you that example. In that example, what charge does zinc have?
1.
Oh wait, no, it is 2 because Cl's
In this example, zinc is 2 plus because if you do the reverse crossing
Yeah.
and zinc is 1, that means Zn or zinc must be 2 plus and chlorine must be minus 1. The other way you could go is you could assume, since it is a transition metal, you could assume it's 1. Me personally, I would have said, well, in that example, they have this, so I would always go with zinc being 2 plus. That's what I would have did. Well, that's just me. I would not blame you if you assume it's 1. But we'll stick with this. We'll stick with the idea that based on the example, zinc is 2 plus, so we'll say zinc is 2 plus. Okay? Now you just do the crossing method. The 2 goes to zinc. This 2 goes to oxygen. You get Zn2O2. That becomes ZnO.
What is permanganate?
Permanganate. Ooh, that would be M. Permanganate. That's what I'm saying. That must be MnO. MnO4? I don't know what the charge would be though. MnO4 probably minus 1 was my guess.
What number? 8.
For number 8.
Oh, I got KMNO1.
potassium is cannot.
Yeah, that's probably right. So let's do that one real quick.
I had to look that one up actually.
Yeah, you should have. You should have had to look it up.
Originally it's magnate, not magnesium, and then for some then it became magnate with the oxygen. I don't know how they got the per in front of it. It didn't really say anything about it. So I just
Actually, we talked about that. Victoria, did we talk about that? You don't remember? You were reading that? Okay. The per tells you there's extra oxygen in there. And the 8 tells you it probably ends in O3. So this should be MnO4. I think the charge is -1, but I'm not sure.
And we did.
Did anyone look that up? Did anyone look up Mn?
It
No.
is no.
No, nobody did.
I got it, but
You got it? Is it? Did you look it up? Or did you got KM?
I got K because of potassium, and then I realized it had to be oxygen.
Let me look it up. Let me look it up real quick. Let me Google it. Hang on.
I know this shit.
I realized A was probably meant, I knew that A was probably needed oxygen, and then I realized that A was probably meant.
Yeah.
And then the per.
It would have. You know, there's some extra oxygen in there. Yeah. Yep, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So permanganate, if you look it up, it's going to be MnO4 minus. Again, that's not one you have to know for the test. You do not have to know that for the test. This is just an additional one. It should, if you cross the numbers, that's just 1. That's 1. It should just be KMnO4.
And the next one as well, I had to look that one up, number 9. Oh, so they have, yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll do number 9. Chromium 4 cyanide.
You said number 9.
That is 9.
That is not.
Chromium.
Oh, is it 6? No, you're right. No, you're right. It's 6. Chromium 6. Which I did not know was possible. You should.
No, that's not.
Yeah, but I'm usually right.
You will learn to know how to do it.
What if I had dyslexia? And I got that wrong because of my dyslexia. Would that be a sensitive way to go about it? How do you know?
Because you don't get things wrong like that.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Chromium. Roman numeral 6. Cyanide. I would be more likely to think that's a typo. I gotta tell you. If I was doing this, I'd be like, that's probably a typo. That's supposed to be a 4. I'm just trying to prove I'm right. That's all I'm trying to do. Chromium Cr, transition metal. Thank you for having the Roman numeral. So Cr, that's a 6+. We've never seen that. Cyanide, if you look it up, is Cn. I believe it's just -1.
Yeah. This carbon is 9.
So that's just a 1. You take the 1, you cross it over to Cr. You bring this little 6 over here, bring it over to Cn. So it should be Cr. You put your 1 if you want. Cn. I use the parentheses and make it neat. 6. Cr1, Cn6. 6 cyanides for every 1 chromium. The only thing I didn't like about this study guide was it didn't have any covalent compounds on it. But covalent compounds are, I think they're pretty easy, honestly.
It did, number 13. This one on here, it did, number 13.
No.
Potassium fluoride?
Yeah.
No, that's a potassium's a metal. These are all ion. These are all some type of. Yes.
That's a metal.
I'm talking about like nitrogen, like non-metals. All of these have metal in them. All of these have metal.
Oh, you mean like the nitrogen,
Oh wait, there is one. Oh no, wait. Yeah, there is. Wait, hold on.
No.
There's one with a polyatomic ion, number 9 on the back.
NH.
So technically, there's no metal there.
Ammonium.
Ammonium iodide.
Yeah, it's ammonium iodide. Number 9 on the back. NH4I. Yes, that's an H.
How do I do it? Like, you see, like number 11 is like magnesium and fluoride. How do I know which?
Come on, I'll do it. Okay. You said number 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, vanadium. 5 fluoride. What's the symbol for vanadium? VA?
B.
V? It's V?
I think, wait, look, check it out.
Yeah, it's V. It's V.
There is a beer.
All right, so Destiny, what's the charge of vanadium? What is the charge of vanadium? Yeah. How'd you know that? Yes.
But how do you know if it's plus or minus?
The metals are always positive.
Doesn't matter.
These are always positive. Always. Always. Always, always, always.
So every metal is positive.
Yes.
And non-metals are negative.
Yes. So it's number 23 on the left. What charge is fluorine?
-1.
Cross V1 F5.
And negative is positive, negative.
Yeah, they do not go on the bottom. So in a way, like you said, they kind of don't matter. For when you're just doing the crossing method, they kind of don't. Yeah, the charges kind of don't matter. But it's important to know them in the aspect of chemistry in general. Did you just come up here and steal my study guide? Like a thief in the night? What, do you think there were answers on there or something?
She needed a new one.
Oh, huh.
It was blank.
Could have asked. That was the one I was using.
Well, I did ask. Huh? What?
Well, I was in the middle of a conversation with somebody. My verbal dyslexia. Destiny, yes. Another question. Top. Okay. Any other questions based on the study guide? So everyone's gonna get an A? Everyone's getting their beauty sleep because they're ready?
I ain't going to sleep.
Oh my gosh, I never get any sleep, okay? So, yeah.
What is bicarbonate?
Bicarbonate is a fancy name for this guy right here.
So it'll be that in parentheses.
Yeah.
2 on the bottom.
No, 3. It's another name. Hydrogen carbonate is the same thing as bicarbonate.
Oh, I thought
So
it
is
was
it-
going to be carbonate.
No, it's the exact same thing. They're the exact same thing.
Oh, okay, wait.
Go ahead. Yes.
For number 8, I just want to make sure. Is
The one in the front or the back?
The one in the front.
Potassium permanganate?
I mean, back.
Okay. Ca3PO4 too?
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Is it calcium diphosphate?
Calcium's a metal.
But I don't.
Calcium's a metal, so you would not use a prefix. Okay? Again, that's like a main rule. Like, if you have a metal, do not use prefixes. So that's just calcium phosphate. And calcium's just a normal metal, so it's not transition metal, so you don't need Roman numerals. So no more questions for the study guide. We're all good. Everybody's happy. When? When you have no metals in the compound. No metals in the compound, use Roman numerals. Okay. That's the one thing we didn't practice on here. That's the only thing I.
It's right.
Yes. That's one thing Yeah. Thank you for asking. What do you want?
See?
Yeah.
I put this polyatomic ion on parentheses.
These are two polyatomic ions.
So
They're
which
both.
one I put in parentheses?
So, you can put both of them if you want. So you can put NH4, parentheses, parentheses, sulfate. You're gonna need 2 of them. So parentheses, parentheses, 2. You want me to do that one real quick?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, let me do it. That's a good one to do, actually.
I need shots. Or possibly where you appreciate.
You saw Mr. Maher?
Hold on, I gotta do this one.
Aw, damn it.
Travana.
How do I look like? Yes.
It's not hard, it's on my face.